There's a Scootaloo. By me. Was Keith delight forever true? Scootaloo rode through the quiet streets of Pineville, alone on her small scooter. It had been down 2 months since her plans to try to hook Rainbow Dash up with Fluttershy, and all ended in failure. Since then, the Crusaders had given up on the rest of the plan, mainly because their reservoir of potential plans had all dried up. They lacked any other ideas to send the two Pegasus on potential dates. A happy chuckle escaped her lips as her mind drifted away from the failures of the two punts and onto the achievements of the Crusaders instead. I'm so proud of Babs getting her mark like that, the orange Pegasus exclaimed as she drove on ahead. This was how the preceding 2 months was spent. A small group of ponies trying to get their cutie marks. As her housekeeping diffused, she thought about how their magnetic counterpart accidentally interrupted a sleepover that she was having with her friends to break the news. This was why Scootaloo was traveling home so late. Wanted to give her best friend and her cousin time to party and plan on how to celebrate the occasion. Stopping at the rope ladder that led to her cloud home, Nora's Pegasus climbed slowly up the ladder and through the front door of her home, trying her best not to wake her mother. As the filly made her way up the stairs and past Dessa's room, she heard the Pegasus snore quietly. Fluttershy. Great, I now want those dreams, muttered Scootaloo under her breath. Dashi. What? Scootaloo dipped in as he took a peek into their room, and eyes widened at the sight of the bed. Laying there was Rainbow Dash, hosed straight across the buttery yellow Pegasus. Said Pegasus had her forelegs wrapped around the barrel of the sire mare, resting her head on his shoulder, snoring contentedly with her mane a little out of place. It did not take long for the gears of Scootaloo's mind to figure out what she walked on. Oh, my Celestia, she whispered under her breath as she backed away. Think, 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 think. Miraculously, small Pegasus found the strength to walk away quickly from the sight of her mother and her mother's small mare friend in bed together, without shrieking another glee and made it to her bedroom. Once there, she began to thrust her host out triumphantly in the sky, before falling back onto the bed, giggling. I did it! I did it! I got it together! I got it together! I just saw my mom and future other mom in the afterglow. As the revelation of that news came to her, she quickly stuck out her tongue. Yuck! The next morning, Rainbow Dash opened her magenta eyes as the first rays of the sun hit her eyelids. Groaning and moaning at how she was woken up, she shook her head a little to wake herself up before getting out of bed. Moving slightly, she found her process impeded by a pair of yellow hooves. Warm blush filled her cheeks as she quickly remembered the events of the previous night, and slowly untangled herself from her mare's grip. Moving slowly, she got out of the bed and kissed Fluttershy softly on the cheek. Fluttershy let out a soft giggle as her friend's lips touched her cheek and whispered, Morning. Dash smirked as she looked at the sleeping Pegasus. Morning, Snuggly. I'll go make us some breakfast, and then we can go pick up Scootaloo together. Okay, Fluttershy groggily said, slowly wiggling under the covers. Walking out of the room with a smile, the rainbow-maned Pegasus tried down the stairs into the kitchen. As she walked to the cabinet to get some cereal, she did not notice the orange filly sitting at the table with a bowl full of cereal. Morning, Dash! The orange filly smirked on her face. Morning, Scoots! Dash said as he grabbed the bowl. Only to drop it as her eyes widened and shocked. Scoots! When did you get here? Last night, Scootaloo said. Last night, Rainbow Dash asked, a little surprised. Yeah, that's our family dropped by for an unexpected visit last night. So I had to cut the sleepover short to let them have some family time. Scootaloo said before smirking. So, did you have fun last night? Yeah, I did. I had a blast last night, started Rainbow, getting a drink of cider. I bet Fluttershy was, Scootaloo nonchalantly said. At that remark, Rainbow Dash immediately spat out the cider she had been drinking. What? What made you think I was doing anything with Fluttershy last night? We were... Oh, you're here already, Scootaloo. Fluttershy blushed as she came down the stairs and saw the two sisters. Lightly rubbing her huff, a small bleak splash came to her cheeks. I think I'll be going home now. See you later, Rainbow Dash. As Rainbow Dash watched her lover walk out, she turned to look at her little sister. Okay, so me and Flutters have been going out for 2 months now. She's been really sad about this and didn't want to tell everybody yet. You ain't sad about this, are you? Scootaloo's eyes opened wide at this. You kidding? I'm excited about this. I've been waiting for you two to get together forever. With a scream and a laugh, the little filly got off the chair and ran to give her sister a congratulatory hug. Now you two are together, you two can get engaged, and then married, and then whoa, kid! Dash exclaimed, pulling away a little. Look at Scootaloo disbelief. Just because me and Flares had a really great time last night doesn't mean that we were ready for something like that. Dash, you love her? Do you like holding her? Are you really close to her and you two are almost knowing what the other are thinking? Scootaloo asked, smiling as Dash nodded her head. The dashing answer! Dash sat the little filly on the ground and rubbed her through her purple mane. You're a shrewd debater, you know that, kid? Fearful and chuckled escaped the filly's lips as he looked up. It's a gift. Now, I gotta go see the girls. That's the cigar cutie market that calls for a big party with the four of us. Right. See you later, kid. Dash said, smiling as he watched the little charge leave. When he continued his sighs, he walked over to the cupboard and pulled out a small box. Smiling softly to herself, she opened to look at a bracelet and then to go over one's hoof. Now it's just time to rarity. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is back before This was back when I made engagement rings for ponies' anklets that went over hoofs. Back before I did something like, say, using their pinion feathers based off of a Tupperware post. Hey, Rares! Ravendash said, flying to the boutique as the marshmallow mare scratched the last stitch on the suit. I need some advice! What sort of advice, darling? Rarity asked. Hell, nervously, she put a hook behind her head as she looked at her longtime friend. Do you go about popping the question? Oh my goodness, this is so wonderful! Rarity exclaimed as she hugged the signing mare tightly. I'm so proud of you. Finally taking asking Fluttershy to be your wife. Oh, I cannot wait to decide account. I've been thinking about this for ages. Wait, what makes you think it was Fluttershy? Dash asked. Bingo, my dear. Everybody in the entirety of Ponyville could tell you two are beginning to closer to Sunday, and the rest of us could see just how much you two were falling for each other. Rarity turned her head, grumbling. Insisted, no, I own Applejack 50 beats. What? We had a small bidding pool between the four of us on how long it was going to be before you popped the question. Rarity explained. I had thought you would wait a year, but Applejack figured you would move fast and do it in 2 months. Never mind that. Tell me, how are we going to ask? Well, I was thinking, Dash explained. I was going to say, hey, Flirs, you and I know each other for most of our lives. How about you and I go spend the rest of our lives together? At this, Dash noticed Rarity had looked at Dash with a disbelieving look. What? Calmly, Rarity placed a hoof on Dash's shoulder and shook her head. Think about that. You are about to propose to Fluttershy. Fluttershy, who is one of my dearest friends and somebody I care deeply about. You're going to ask her a life-changing question. One that can affect your whole entire life. She then narrowed her eyes as she grabbed Rainbow Dash by both shoulders and yelled, You are done asking her for a big hater as a prize! Well, what's the problem? Dash asked. Rainbow, you need to romance her, woo her, and charm her. You should do things for her that, when you have her in your ears and look deep into her blue eyes, that she'll be putting in your hooves. Radiant smiled. Then, when you ask her that question, she'll have no choice but to ask yes! Rainbow Dash and Arts are all just spectacle. So what do you advise? Oh, Mr. Rarity. Rarity chuckles very now. My darling Rainbow Dash, lots to learn. The atmosphere in the CMC clubhouse was very jovial as the three were partying up a storm. Oh, Babs, you gotta tell the story again, Applewood said, looking at the door to see if Scootaloo was coming in late. Alright, so there I was, the brown filly began. I just realized that in all the stories and all the thousands upon thousands of words I've written for this fandom, this is like Babs's one of two of her appearances. I was about to get retconned away. Look at the back alleys of Manhattan with my two friends. When suddenly, some bullies from my old school showed up. Of course, I tried to walk away, but these weren't the famous. One that pulled a knife, and I stood my ground while the others got away. I thought, kept that foot. But when I woke up, there was a smirk that came to her face as she turned to her flank to show out the image of an apple inscribed in her shield. There it was! So much better than a pair of scissors. But I guess when you had to write somebody out to show to imply that we could get out of the plot, we had to think of something in 5 seconds. That was an awesome story, Scootaloo said, walking up the ramp to meet the other three. He'll go quick with the other awesome news I have. Science! You found a hanger! Exclaimed Apple Blue as he watched the friend come in. What's the news? Asked Lee Bell. Well, remember all that stuff we did 2 months ago with Rainbow and Fluttershy? Asked Scootaloo, watching the two Felix nod. What stuff? Babs inquired, looking confused. Well, 2 months ago, me and Yaris tried to get Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash together, Scootaloo explained. Shouldn't you wait for that to happen naturally? Babs argued. But instead, that would have taken forever! And besides, Scoot said, smirking, they never would have done it without us. And that's what happened! They got together! Apple Bloom was asleep at looking at her. Smiled and let out a huge tear. We did it! Taking a hold of Apple Bloom's hooves, the white unicorn mare jumped up and down. Can't believe our plans worked! They actually worked! Now we should move on to phase 2. Getting them engaged. Shouldn't you wait for a moment to think this over? Asked Babs, as she watched the three bears run throughout the clubhouse to get out their operation and get Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash his plans. No time! We've waited 2 months and that's too long for my taste, Scootaloo said, looking at the whiteboard and drew up a diagram. Babs let out a deep sigh, looking at the bit with the rays in her eyes. You know, this all sounds crazy, right? But what the heck? I mean, Sweetie Belle smirked as he reached over and grabbed Scootaloo's helmet. Great! Hey! Sorry, Scootaloo, but I've been playing this one for a while. Sweetie said with a smirk as he ran up to the podium and lifted up the podium with her magic. So, here's how it all goes down. Oh, I also remember this. This is the first time I ever experimented with 2 scenes, 1 conversation. You know, the trope of one character will say one thing, then another character will say another, and they'll have the same conversation at the same time. We saw this done in Fall Starfleet at least a couple of times. I pulled this trick out my sleeves. And it's a lot of fun to pull off. Namely, during the plan with Bell and taking down Conquest. The first time they took down Conquest, it stopped him from taking over a city. It's a lot of hard work playing this off because you gotta time it perfectly. If you can't time down the writing well, it messes up and the flow gets distorted and the reader has a hard time. But if you do it right, you can actually come up with a good scene. The best way I find to do it is actually just start putting the lines in and start thinking of what the other characters will say, having one long conversation. Also, what I usually do when I do this, I have a conversation with myself. No, you don't. So allow me to show you how it works. So, here's how it'll go down. What we are going to do, Rainbow Dash, Rarity said, tapping her pointer with a hoof, is first, you'll ask for the shine to go to the most fabulous restaurant in Continent. Luckily for you, I have connections. Then I'll get Rarity to go put Fluttershy into some spiffy and spectacular outfit. Then we'll follow the character line, where we'll dance to some awesome, soft, classical romances provided by Octavia. After which, you two will enjoy a nice romantic dinner, perhaps a filet meal with some awesome fireworks, injected Babs, as he looked at the stick figures representing the 2 pigs' side. Wait, the rainbow will present the ring and the beautiful Sonata, declaring your love for her, Rarity finished with a flare. Do you really think this plan will work? Darling, it's going to be perfect! The sisters said simultaneously. As you can see, no problem at the first time, but when I did it in Fall, I got it down perfect. The next day, Rainbow Dash was stressed out and had like a sleek dress and pasting her hose on fire. Okay, Dash, you can do this. I mean, it's just a simple question. If Rarity said the night she had planned, it's going to be perfect. There's no reason to worry about this. The blue mare Dash stuck in a pose with all the confidence she could muster. You got this! Rainbow, shouted a soft voice from above. Rainbow Dash turned to look up at the incoming buttery pages just as he flew in. Ha! Was all she could get out before the sight of Fluttershy in her dress caused her to lose all ability to speak. Did you like my dress? Fireside asked, twirling around a bit to give Daz a full look around. Rainbow Dash looked on her, a bit of stunned silence, as she gazed at the green dress. The way the outfit clung nicely to the curves of her body began to affect the side of Pegasus' mind. Yeah! Dash mumbled, still unable to find the ability to speak. It isn't too much, is it? Fireside asked, looking at the small cut at the top, how the lower part seemed to emphasize the soft curves of her flanks. I asked Rarity when she put it on me, and she said it wasn't. I was worried it made me look sultry. It doesn't, does it? You have no idea how hard it is to describe a sultry look on a pony. No, it doesn't, Das nervously said, unable to form proper sentences. Should we go inside? Asked Fireside, taking her mare friend by the hoof. Yeah, Das stammered. I'm finally finding the strength to talk again, as the two walked into the fancy restaurant. Once inside, Das led the buttery mare to the dance floor, decided to have a little dance with her mare friend in her eyes. On the dance stage, a great earth pony began to play a soft love song for the appropriate mood. Laying her sighing hose on the Fireside shoulder, Daz began to dance in perfect tempo with the music. Okay, Final, hit it! Sleep out cued Final, not noticing the great earth pony mare playing the song. Got it! Man, I love playing with Taffy, the White Unicorn said. Smirking as he grabbed the stereo system, leaped onto the stage. Taffy? Slee asked, looking at the see on TV play, trying to ignore the DJ playing music. She was playing tonight? I thought Final was free to play along tonight. The DJ listened to the music that TV was playing with her band, and Shaw looked at Red. Really? Spitefully, the unicorn lifted up another record and began to play some of her own music. TV's eyes opened wide in shock at the loud noise from the music, and further brow response. With a flick of her mane, she looked to her band and tapped her foot to signal to the group to pick up the tempo in order to match Final's song. His music began to pick up speed. Scratch let out a soft chuckle and smiled deviously as he began to speed up the music, as well as adding all the music to techno. See this challenge presented itself, the great airplane gritted her teeth and changed her tone and style of song. Nightmare stepped back and uttered a shock at his turn. Surprised a long-time roommate could pull out something like this. She then strived to give a smirk of confidence as he quickly changed the tracks that are set, making so that there are some beats in order to match the skill and melody of the opposition. Undeterred and unimpressed by the music selected from her opponent, Activia continued to play her song. There's a gladiator from across the stage, desire to win and show their skills, pumping through the blood, along with the fire in their eyes. Stopping her song only long enough to draw the bow across the instrument slowly. She fuzzy her opponent looked at dared Final to make the next move. Final saw the smirk and accepted the challenge in kind. She began a slow beat to turn into a blast of techno and rock to oppose Octavia's hard instrumental mixed with soft tempo. As for the effective sound of the two lovers on the floor, Rainbow Dash took the musical duel all in stride. Taking a hold of her Pegasus state, she swooped her along with the floor in perfect rhythm to the odd mix. Keeping her host to Fireshine's shoulders, she continued to dance in a weird ballet of speed and grace. Fireside, her eyes widening in fresh shock, a knowing smile on her face as she moved to dance in tandem with Rainbow. Keeping close to Rainbow, she moved to all the cranes stacked her dance with Pegasus. Together, they found a way to mix their usual style of dance with the music's otherwise chaotic tone. The strange mix of techno and symphony created a music that was fierce-tempered with gentleness, while being quiet and with a loud spirit. In return, the dancers moved along with a beat, in a dance that was fiercely loyal, yet kind at the same time, supporting each other to make the other one brighter, much like the two dancers themselves. All too soon, the music ended. Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy trotted back to their table to exhaust it. On the stage, TV and Final looked at each other, tired but glad to have their little duel. Slowly, the white unicorn held up her hoof for her friend. In return, the gray mare held up hers, and they shared a hoof bump. Verity, who was watching this from behind the stage, looked discreet my plan was ruined. She shook her head and asked herself, What was that? What was the Celestia's day was Final doing here? What was up with that music selection? And why did nobody tell me about this? Rarity asked, frustration in her voice. Man, at least they can't get any what? I'm going to pick up her order! Suddenly yelled at Brown Pegasus, where as he struggled with another stallion. Excuse me, but I have done engagement orders like this several times before. I am most qualified, Yellow Unicorn accepted. But an old school friend of mine wanted me to do this. The teenage stallion said, trying his best to get to the table. Excuse me, but what are you two doing? Rarity asked, looking at the arguing stallions. I'm sorry, Miss Bell, the elder stallion said. Well, this intern was trying to punch in on the job you requested of me. And all I'm saying is that I'm a former villain, and I want to serve those two fancy girls a favor, and as a favor to... Let's continue interrupting Rarity. Okay, I know how to solve this, Rarity said, pushing the two waiters aside. You go get the order, and you bring the wine. Wine? Yes, wine. Is that the problem? Rarity looked at the teenager weirdly. Well, it's just that we were getting something else. The stallion continued. As he looked behind him, a big red stallion who was carrying two barrels marked Apple Family Cider. Rarity arched an eyebrow at this and looked at the waiters. Look, you just get the orders. I'll handle these. Looking away, she walked over to the back while grumbling to herself. I work together with this restaurant in order to get my two friends together and see it all fall to pieces before you. See if I'll ever make them new uniforms at high price again. Walking outside, she looked at the big red stallion as he held a barrel on his shoulder. Big Rock, what are you doing? Erdy asked, sweetly, but with a venomous voice while running a hoof along Big Mac's chest. Well, Big Mac began, but soon interrupted by Rarity. I don't want to hear it. Are you delivering cider? Rarity questioned. Yup, Big Mac plainly said. Rarity let out a smooth chuckle. Big Mac, you do not bring cider to a restaurant like this. When you are proposing to someone you love, you put the ring in a glass of wine, not cider. Wine is romantic. Cider is not romantic! But now go and store your cider elsewhere and come back with some wine! Rarity demanded, much to the annoyance of the big red stallion. Rolling his eyes, Big Mac walked off to the kitchen and laid the barrel of cider to the side, wondering why his sister asked him to bring the barrels over here, if nobody wanted cider. He sighed and walked down the building, now seeing the two earth-pointing fillies walking behind him with some vials on hoof. As Rainbow and Fireside began to order, Scootaloo noticed the ball in the hooves of one of the waiters. I remember honest curiosity. She walked over to Sweetbell. Sweetbell, what's going on? Asked Scootaloo, her voice in a whisper. But you asked Lunchtime to help with the order. I don't know, Sweetbell exclaimed, looking shocked on her face. I told the big society for Rainbow to put the ring in, because how much he costs the stuff. I don't know what the other guy is or what happened to the cider. Guys, we got a problem. That said, she gave over to the two fillies. There was apple in tone. What problem? Well, me and Apple decided to help through the meal a little while you got everything ready. Brought some stuff from my aunt Oris's cabinet to help and Apple Bloom gulped. We were looking at the food, trying to see what we were ordering. Ben takes the other grandma grocery formula. You know, the one I made from our town with Twilight. I was going to throw it out the bench and she took it. I tried to help her, but it slipped and fell into this barrel of cider. Oh no, Sleepbell squeaked. So, what's going to happen? Scootaloo gulped. Well, here's how I figure. What's going to happen is the syrup might cost all that liquid to build up. More and more of it's going to be produced like... Of utter fear came over the two fillies as they turned to look over the place where the kitchen was. Saw a wave of yellow cider was coming from within. Don't leave! The four screamed as one as they ran out of the restaurant. Sweet the bed, asked Rarity, watching the girls run by. Girls? Asked Fireside. Tidal wave? Asked Jess as she went down to the kitchen. Eyes opening higher as the doors burst open by the force of a powerful wave of brown cider. Moving quickly, she grabbed her mare friend and tried her best to save Fluttershy before they could be overtaken by the large lady of liquid. However, even with her speed, she could not escape the oncoming wave before it washed over both of them and sent them out of the restaurant. After a few moments of swimming in cider and being washed against the waves, Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy found themselves sitting against a fountain of Cadence. Completely soaked and part of her made of her ice, Rainbow Dash let out a small grumble. Well, that was something, she said, pushing her ring back. Looking up, she stared at the burning yellow faces before her, pink mane covering one eye, smiling a little. As the sign against his liquid mirror, she noticed the buttery mare smiling before breaking into a fit of giggles. Oh, Rainbow, this tea was fun, she giggled. I never thought I would get that washed out of a restaurant by cider. Dash, finally seeing the hilariousness of the situation, began to laugh as well, What can I say? I like to pull on the unexpected sometimes. That's what I do. Sitting down and laughter. Fireside night, puts aside her maid. Never a dull moment, it seems. Every time I'm with you, you make it exciting. The smile back at her, reached behind her blue wing. He flatters shy. How about I go and make every day of your life just as exciting? Rainbow, what do you? First I stopped as she saw the small X in front of her. Small golden hoof band inside, gleaming with a gleam. Looking back up at Rainbow Dash, she put the little quiet, yes! Chuckling her friends around and kissing her deeply. Bright yellow hoof along side wings. Closing her eyes, Rainbow Dash returned the kiss with much passion, rubbing her host along Fireside's back. Yeehaw! Congratulations, Tayo! Tear apples out from behind the bushes. Disengaging from Fireside, Rainbow Dash shot up and looked towards the sound. Applejack! 52! 52! Rainbow Dash asked as Fireside blushed a deep red, hid behind her strawberry mane. Life gets slowly. About right when you two landed. That's how things were going to go, said Applejack. And I had to help out drive fairly. But I thank you, Rarity said before running to Fluttershy, giving her friend a big hug. Oh, Fluttershy, I can't be happier for you. Oh, this is going to be so good. Tear the pink bubbly mirrors. He popped from fountain to hug her best friends. My two besties are getting named. Oh, I better start playing the game. And then there's Pinkie Pie. That's right, it does. As he tried to get air for the mirror's pink hug. Oh, I am so happy for you two. I can't wait to tell Princess about it, Slice said, flying in from a bunch of trees, crashing soon after. Shaking her head, she got back up and hugged her friends. Thanks, Twilight, Fluttershy said. Anybody else saw us getting savvy back there? Asked Das, as four young fillies came rushing out, in particular, an orange Pegasus. It jumped in and hugged the two mares. Yes! You two finally did! I'm gonna give you more! Raised Dad. Scootaloo asked, hugging her two mares again. Look here, get a bigger family! Family? Das asked, looking at the filly back up at the mare before smiling. Yeah, a family.